the great taste of Miller Lite. Life is good.
Bringing you the scores week after week into your house, and we've had some great weeks, Jen.
We have. The 189 and under once again is proving itself great. The shot looks really nice today. I expect big scores and lots of strings of strikes, so stay tuned.
Strings of strikes, great scores. We've got it all for you in about 2 minutes from now. Stay with us. Don't go away. We'll be back with match number 1.
High atop the Queen City's 7 Hills lies Western Bowl, the plush recreation facility in Cincinnati that houses the world-famous Honkey Classic. This 46-week bowling tournament
Week number 7. David Taylor going to be starting on the left-hand lane, lane 7. Gets the ball out on the popped the thumb, and it looks like he hung him just a bit.
Yeah, he definitely did not come clean out of that ball, and that is indeed why you heard the thumping. But I'm sure he'll get it straightened out, maybe take a little tape out. You always want to have your hand comfortable in the ball. You don't want to be hanging in, and yet you don't want the ball to fall off your hand. It's very important to move tape in and out as your hand changes.
Look out. Again, hanging up in the ball is going to delay the roll. Getting the ball out on the lane is going to delay the roll. That's the last thing he's going to want to do. So I'm sure he's going to have to figure out a way to get the ball down earlier.
Now, David, we're going to look at Thomas Schlicker. And he's age 47, and he's been away from bowling for a while, but he's back into it. Happy to be here, and at a 657 to qualify.
Actually, he gets to the line awfully smooth. His mechanics are very, very nice. Have to read a little bit about this gentleman as we go on, and we haven't seen him on the BPA King of Bowling that I can remember anyway. Jen, what's his bio say?
Well, all the way back in 1986, he actually had a 210 average, but got away from bowling, as I said. I believe he moved to Germany for a short stint, came in 5th in the European Masters, so he knows how to bowl. He's just trying to get back into the swing of things.
Yeah, the bowlers over in Europe, they're no slouches. There you see it, age 47, average of 182 now. Qualified with a 657, his first TV appearance. But look at this, 13 300s and 1/800 series. He advised us that most of those were overseas, and good form. The roll on the ball isn't quite what we expect over here in the States.
No, really.
But over in Europe, the lanes hook quite a bit more, and that roll was probably very advantageous over there.
That's what I was thinking, and he throws the ball very firm, gets good pin action because of his good speed.
Well, most of the service players that we've had conversation with over the years, Jen, have mentioned that the barracks lanes always hook more.
Is that right?
That was a great shot.
That really was. I think he has his release all figured out. Came out clean this time. Excellent roll on the ball, David. There he goes, right over, just right over the 10th arrow, coming back sharply into the pocket, filling it up. Every pin is gone.
Well, both players striking in the second frame. The man you're looking at right now. Going to make it 2? No, he hangs up in the ball and is not going to be happy with the leave that he has to shoot at, which is the 1, 3, 5, 1, 2, 5, and 10. His age 31, 185, qualified with a 646, second time on TV, and his high game 279.
On that particular picture that he took, I think I made him laugh because I told him nobody would recognize him with his new haircut. Last time he was on, his first time he was on, he had very long hair. And he's looking good.
That's right.
He looks happy to me. Now if he can just fill some more frames.
Well, the open frame is not going to help, and boy, as a competitor, that's what you like to have, a little early help. Look out.
Wow. Great break there.
Well, I mean, that's when you're rolling the ball clean, your competitor gives you an opening. All you want's a little break. Yeah, you're going to get one when you do this. Take a look at it. Let's watch and see if we can pick up which pin will be the damage done here. Let's see, is that the head pin? No. Okay, that's the 3 pin. Goes to the right-hand side of your screen, comes all the way across, and just leg sweep on the floor.
That's what I'm talking about, firm speed here. You get the pins to work for you. He throws the ball extremely hard.
Throwing it hard and keeping it around the pocket is about half of the battle. The other half then is spares and creating a good clean roll, which he does not have right now.
Tom currently lives out in the Norwood area, out on Montgomery Road.
34 pins is
Nice
his lead.
spare technique, right on over at it.
Well, another thing I've found out about players that have come from overseas, Jen, their spare game is always good because they've had to shoot so many of them.
Sure.
The barracks lanes and the Army post lanes are notoriously tough, so these guys have to learn how to shoot spares.
Wow, once again, leaving the washout, this time on the right-hand lane.
The 1, 2, 4, 10 again. Let's see if we can visualize how this should be made, and that would be to have your ball go to the left of center on the head pin. There you see it, to the left of center. That's the one in the middle of your screen. And have the ball take out the 2 left pins. Let's see. Nope.
No, but he had the right idea.
Right
Shooting
idea.
it from the left-hand side of the lane, getting that head pin to try and flatten out to kind of karate chop that 10. That's something I've been working on. I've always shot it off of my strike target 7 right with my feet, and I ring around the 10 pin so many times that I've really begun to change my approach to that spare.
Experimentation. You've got to do it, and week after week we've said this. If something isn't working, change it. Do anything.
David, it seems to me that he's throwing the ball too hard. He needs to lower his speed down a little bit. The one strike that he did strike on, it was just perfect speed, and the ball had time to react and grab on the lane and reach back into the pocket.
Correct. And if it isn't doing that, you have to either A, move your feet more to the right, point the ball up. Gets a break there by carrying it off the wall. Or slow the ball down, or move your mark in closer. Or maybe all of them. Watch the shot off the wall. That's the head pin going straight back. The 2 to the wall. 2 does a whirly bird. Boom. Right into the 8. It's a spare. But this gentleman is in the driver's seat right now.
Wow.
Jeez.
Went from a good break to a really bad one.
Neither ball finishing strongly down at the pins. Let's see if we can get a look at what kind of equipment he's throwing. It's a zone.
A Brunswick ball.
But I'm not sure if that particular piece of equipment is going to get the back-end reaction that he's looking for, Jen.
There's actually 2 types of zone bowling balls out right now. One is the cobalt blue, which he's throwing, which hooks a little more than the more pearlized version. That's kind of a new technology they have coming out, where they're taking a good ball and they are pearlizing it to make it go a little straighter and longer.
Well, let's see what he can figure out on the left-hand lane. The ball is not revving up and getting into the pocket. Let's see if he can make a move and get it there on his own. That's better. Still didn't roll though, Jen.
No. Tom tells us that he does throw a full roller, which may be the reason why it from time to time is thumping over the thumb hole. It's a very tricky release to play.
Tricky and somewhat antiquated. Jen might point out that there aren't too many players left using the full roller release, and it is very awkward to throw. And when the conditions are a little on the slick side, they have a problem. Well, look, let's see if they can figure it out during the commercial break, and when we come back, we'll finish up game number 1 here on the BPA King of Bowling. Stay with us.
The Import Center at the Jeff Wyler Auto Mall has it all. Nissans, Mazdas, and Mitsubishis at the lowest prices in the tri-state. Nissans like this Altima or this Quest minivan, cheaper in the country.
a difference in the way they learn. Expression, or be the common thread we need for better education. Eye on your world.
Well, it's this type of thing that is very enjoyable for me, even though I didn't have anything to do with it. The organization, the Greater Cincinnati Women's Bowling Association, Pat Burns and crew, surprised us. They're here to give away an award. Pat?
Thank you. I'd like to thank everybody responsible on the King of TV show for allowing us this special time to present Jennifer Hoinke Kleekamp, who rolled on January the 24th, 1996, the first ever 800 series rolled by a woman in Greater Cincinnati. Jennifer, on behalf of the Greater Cincinnati Women's Bowling Association, we would like to present Jennifer with this lovely plaque signifying her games of 279, 268, and 259 for an 806 series that she bowled with her father on a Wednesday morning mixed couple league at Western Bowl. And also I'd like to introduce the rest of my staff: Pam Mitchell, Dean Runk, Kay Fuel. And again, thank you very much. And now, Kay, would you like to present Jennifer?
Beautiful. Let's show this.
Yes.
And look at this.
And also from the National WIBC for an 800, we're presenting Jennifer with this lovely pendant necklace with, I believe, about 4 diamonds or something. Eight diamonds. Eight diamonds. Very nice. Again, thank you for allowing us this time. This is a very special time for us, too. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Pat, thanks to the organization. Great job. Jennifer, congratulations. We'll be back right now for the last half of our first match. What a presentation, Jennifer. Congratulations. That was a lot of fun. We pre-recorded that a little earlier to make sure you wouldn't be crying or anything when we came back on the air.
I already got all that out of the way.
All right.
Whoa, good break for this guy right here.
Should have delayed them a little earlier,
Wow.
right?
Coming back strong.
Well, that was first ever 800, 806, and you threw a lot of them just like this, I'm sure. That's a head pin going to the left-hand wall, coming across, and hack sign out the 10 pin. See you later, alligator. No problem, huh? Now we're going to get into a little swing here.
Let's see if he can make it 2 in a row here. David, he switched balls.
Yes, I believe he did, and this is reacting a lot better. Actually getting a bad break there and leaving the 7. It was a super shot.
Great ball change. Very impressive. Well, we had some time to think about it, you know, sit back and figure out what's wrong.
Well, and that's it. We say it week after week after week. If something's not working, don't stay there and die. Try something. If it's a ball that you feel more comfortable with, try it. If it's a different line, speed change is probably the most difficult thing to do on television.
That really is consistently.
Everybody's game is around a tempo and around a procedure, and you start changing that tempo, and it's tough. Right-hand lane, the ball is just not gripping at all.
No, I think he's just getting it to go a little bit too long down the lane. Needs to get a little bit more under the ball, get a little different revolution going.
It's, you know, he's got the scores, Jennifer. He's got the history that he can knock pins down, but the roll on his ball right now is telling me that he's not getting the job done. See the ball skidding?
Yeah. Really is going straight down the lane, right down the boards.
Now, if that would have been a pocket shot, let's take a look at the roll. Watch it here. That ball should be turning more end over end, and it's just sliding, sliding, sliding. That's not the way. If that would have been a pocket shot with 10 pins, he could have left anything with that roll. He really needs to work on the roll right now, and if he can change balls and do that, it's great, but nope, still wide.
Looks like his timing might be a little bit off, David. It looks like he's a little bit up on his toes at the line instead of solid and under the ball.
Well, they're 2 excellent players from Cincinnati, and a lot of you will remember these names. Jack Calhoun, one of the best full rollers ever. Eddie Jackson, okay? But these players, that roll was used years ago as we look at the 1, 2, 4. And the roll and the conditions today just aren't suitable for that type of roll. Ladies and gentlemen, it's tough to explain on television, but The rotation on the ball nowadays dictates that the ball turn counterclockwise and spin back into the pocket as opposed to a full roller, which does just that. It rolls end over end down the lane.
David Taylor's just getting really lined up here.
The mixing ball is going to yield the strikes and bring back the things that he wants to see. Let's watch as we get a mixer down there. Keep your eyes on the headpin. Center your screen. As the ball comes in, the headpin's going to go to the left, right there, come off into the 4, and then whirlybird into the 7. That's the kind of pin action you're not going to get with a full roller. He lifted it again. Oh, just missed.
Headpin's really doing some damage there.
That it is. Jen, we've got something exciting to talk about here. The Kids Adventure Club, huh? How about that? We had some friends with us last week. Scooby-Doo was with us from Kings Island. And then we've had animals from the zoo. I keep waiting for the Baywatch person to show up to represent the beach, but they're not here.
This is really exciting, though, and I don't know about you, Dave, but yeah, I do, because you like to bowl with your kids, too.
Yes,
it's really fun. And they have something called the Kids Adventure Club coming up, and you get some instruction. You get 2 games of bowling. You get your free use of rental shoes. And all of that, you're going to get a free admission to Kings Island, the beach, and the Cincinnati Zoo. It's going to include your sanctioning, and I believe it is 12 weeks.
I think it's 16.
16? Anyway, it's a fantastic value, and you can find that at any of your BPA centers in Greater Cincinnati. So check them out, and you can call them at 761-BOWL and get all the information on it. It is really exciting, and it is a fantastic value. Check that out.
Well, the full roller is not knocking down pins. Now the spare game is eluding him. He has gone from 44 pins up at one point in this match to only 4, and now he is 4 down, Jen. What a turnaround. The ball is just not making a move towards the pocket. The skid, the roll, everything is not going to work for him. He's playing the lanes too deep. Watch the ball going down the lane. See, it's just never making that end-over-end roll to bring it back to the pocket. Leaving the 2, 4, and the 5, not a difficult spare.
Obviously, he's a very good spare shooter, because even though his average is only 182 and he's been higher in the past, a 182 average, you still have to make quite a few spares.
Absolutely.
Just wasn't on his game today, but we'll expect to see him back. Tom Schlicker.
Yeah, Tom's going to finish out with a strike would be 159, and Mr. Taylor is in the driver's seat, but he's going to have to mark. Depending upon the count, let's see. It's wide again. Very, very bad, yeah. He's going to have to take this information and go back and make a few adjustments in the game, huh, Jennifer?
You bet. I'd like to thank Heather from the Cincinnati Zoo, too, for bringing out some animals for us the past couple weeks. That was a lot of fun, and she was very thoughtful and very kind with the animals. I think Mr. Maruska from the Cincinnati Zoo ought to know that, because Heather did a fabulous job and represented herself well.
Well, don't go away, folks. The game is not over. He needs a spare to win. He leaves a somewhat difficult 2, 4, 5, 8. This is choppable from a couple different areas, and he needs to bring this back, or the match is not going to belong to him. Look out. It's right there. Okay.
Covered it good. For $500, he's going to be our winner today, David Taylor.
He has 149 right now without throwing the ball, so he needs a 6 count to
Which
tie.
he just left, so that's not unreasonable.
7 to win now. So don't go away here. 7 to win, 6 to tie. Which one is it going to be? How about 10?
Excellent, excellent.
And so ends game number 1. Taylor, 159 over Schlicker, 155. We'll be back with the open division in just a minute.
Now, just like I taught you, I want you to open the cooler, and I want you to get me an ice-cold Pepsi. Come on, boy. You can do it. Good boy, good boy. Maybe later we'll play Frisbee.
Hey, big boy. You got another one of those for me?
Oh. I love this dream.
Well? Messenger 10. Okay. Give me a granny strike. Give me a strike on lane 28. Okay. Must be the ball.
Available at Tri-State Bowling Supply's 3 locations. Kids, enjoy bowling after school and get a free admission ticket to the beach water park, to the zoo.
Ladies, team song.
Really big show for you.